and welcome to the CNC Lab for Manchester Community College's Precision Manufacturing Program. We refer to this as our CNC2 Lab. Okay, they have this is the students get here in the third of 3 trimesters, and this is where they finish up. In between the first trimester and this, they go into a CNC1 lab, which is right next door, and that's where they work on simulators, learning how to do G-code and M-code and write simple programs to get a feel for it. They learn the controls of the machine as well before they come over here, so they're less likely to crash the machine. So as you take a look to the right, as you can see, we have 4 Haas mini mills. They're 3-axis, nice machines, nice entry-level machines. This is what the students learn how to load the tools, load their length comp, their tool offsets. They learn how to pick up their part, indicate the part, indicate the vise. They can set their G54, G55, all of that over there. But as you may have noticed, each machine over there has its own individual set of tools. So again, the lean principles that they start out with in a conventional lab are reinforced all the way through the program. So they don't have to go looking around for their tools. They're also reinforced to keep a nice, neat, and orderly workspace, so that they're not fumbling around breaking tools or what have you. So the lean principles are reinforced over here as well. And you can see that in the tooling cabinets, you can see that we have a drawer for each machine. They have an identical set of tools in here, so that no student has to go hunting around. It's far more efficient. And again, they learn where the tools are and where they go at the end of the day. And our related tooling for the machines, collets, and that sort of thing are well organized as well, so they know where to find them. So they're introduced in the lean concept of the conventional lab, and it's maintained throughout the course. Okay. So as far as the mill goes, they typically run at least 3 projects here. They start out with a couple of very basic ones. And you can see they start out with a thicker piece. They cut these slots and diameters and drill some holes and profile them, and then they turn them over and they bring them into thickness. And once they complete those 2, we go on to a more complicated piece, and they work this piece to completion as well. This piece is not complete because it needs the thickness brought in, but it's, for the most part, it's pretty well complete. Okay, and there's even a little engraving on there for the MCC logo. So that's our mill side. If you look down the end, you can see we have another prototrack down there. So if the students, they can continue practicing how to indicate a vise, tram ahead, or practice their conversational programming, because occasionally, depending on the number of students in our cohort, there may be a student waiting to get onto the machine just for a short period of time. But between the 4 mills, the protrack, and our 3 lathes, it's very rare that a student is not on a machine. So they, again, reinforcing a lot of hands-on in our program. Speaking of the lathe, we also have 3 Haas SL10s. Each of them is outfitted with a tool setter, and they run also, and again, they have a dedicated set of tooling, and they run several parts on there as well. You can see, just start out running basic parts on the machine, and get comfortable setting their tools, setting their offsets, and they run several of these. And then towards the end of their time, they run the same part they ran in the conventional lab, but as opposed to taking hours in the conventional lab, it takes just a few short minutes in here, and they really are amazed when they see the difference between conventional and CNC. But we have associated inspection equipment. We have surface plates on each end, and they do inspection of their own parts. And those inspections are verified by the instructors to make sure, in fact, that they did their process correctly. So I guess that's about it for this lab. Certainly, if you have any questions, you can contact me, Al Turno at MCC, or the program director, Tracy Ariel. So thank you for your time, and again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.